things have really become kind of a personal affair for everybody now, right? Yeah, somehow the individuation isolation situation yesterday in that stream about what the experience of social media is with all of these various influencer type people, right? Because when it comes to social media and the internet, like whether you were trying to be Alex Jones or whether you were just trying to make people laugh, the price for doing this kind of thing is that once you've hit that transcendent moment and you start making certain kinds of content that's really your content, that's your, like, you don't feel right unless you're making this kind of content, unless you're expressing yourself a certain way, because you want to stand in front of that camera, put yourself out there, right? So in short, like, personality-driven content, right? Alex Jones isn't the news. He's personality-driven content, right? And his content is based on making reports about people that are trusted with authority. And he makes reports of what they are talking about doing, what they have done. And it sometimes looks like the news. And then you've got things, like if you've got straight news, you ultimately have to be just like anybody else in the old format. Like, like if you want to cover things that are censored, and you want to do all that stuff as just being an information source, you have to really refine your presentation, right? Everybody's got a different idea in their head about what it means to take someone like you seriously. I live my life in a way that makes me happy, and then I get out here and I talk about things. And sometimes I'm not taken seriously. Sometimes I don't take myself seriously. Sometimes I do myself a disservice. Sometimes I act super cringy. Some believe I do myself no favors because I love to make content shirtless, even though I'm not in amazing shape. Just looking good, and people that have known me for a long time are proud of the progress that I've made. But if you're not invested in who I was, it means nothing to you, and it can deter, especially if you can't tolerate anything that has any level of skin. And for some people, it's this need of having modesty in the world, and the need for modesty in the world that does kind of get held resolute in conservative, in aspects of conservative circles, right? And so then it becomes difficult when you are trying to defend a more conservative point and you don't hit all the check marks, right? This is why people don't like Alex Jones. This is why people like Andrew Tate or anything else. They miss all the marks for them, and they're successful. And therefore, that doesn't rationally make sense to you. Therefore, the only reason why they are succeeding because you don't like them and you think most people would agree with you is that everybody is psychologically being conditioned and fooled. Hey, listen, I think you just don't like these guys because you can't fight them. Like, even if you were like right there man to man with them, you'd realize, oh shit, I don't add up. Right? Would you like to argue face to face with Andrew Tate with full permission for you two to just get into a fist fight? No one's going to stop you. All right, you're allowed, like if both of you, like if one of you gets offended and would like to assault the other, that'll be allowed to happen. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be afraid of people interfering. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to get your ass handed to you because you needed to defend a principle? Right? And then where are the people that are stronger than Andrew Tate that want to step up and say, fuck this guy? He doesn't say enough fuck this guy worthy fucking shit for another fucking capable human being to want to fucking waste the energy fronting. And that's why. People, it's just like, you require too much effort for me to maybe overcome you. And I don't care enough about that situation. And those are the people that are on top. They're on top because literally they're stronger. Because now you don't make it on social media unless you've got strength. You have to have a certain strength of conviction to be able to tolerate lacks and sacrifices. To say I can bounce back if I am destroyed, right? They deplatform all this shit. I'm a little over 100 subs. I lost my channel like a fucking year or so ago. I had over 700 subs then. You don't just bounce back magically. And I don't think that there's enough time to make up for hard work unless you already had an engine underneath you, a support structure underneath you. People, so like everything is in these smaller groups now. And you absolutely know that you're in a place where you're not growing, so you're just trying to sustain because you've established a culture. You've established a group of people that, they acknowledge your world, they acknowledge your witness. As James True would say, shout out James True. They acknowledge all these things. And, it's like me as a metalhead, right? I am like this whether I got somebody else who listens to Emperor around me or not. Whether someone else says, dude, your hair, high five. Like, whether that happens in my life or not, I don't give a fuck. I don't need you to fucking authenticate it for me. And I know it'll never produce like kind. And that's not what any of it's all about. Alright. So I'm gonna head off to work. And I think ultimately, if you don't have a good reason other than people that you will never meet that you want social approval from. And I don't mean meet like you're going to be in a Zoom meeting one day. Just like just go fucking support who you like. Who cares what, like, someone else, whatever, right? You know, like, I sit there, I have, been openly associated with and been supportive of all sorts of things involving things like flat earth theory, and there's a lot of people that are like, oh, fuck flat earth, whatever, and they're still here, right? I don't bother them with the things that I like that they don't like, right? You have to kind of like you got to understand where you're punching in your whatevers and what level of engagement you want to have and that people want to have with you. If we're going to be on this level, then that's what you got to do. It's otherwise don't put your personality on social media. You are the backdrop to a different engine of production. And now, fuck you. And it's just like, take yourself off camera and just use slideshows and videos and voice over it, right? Or don't even hire an actor. Don't even have your voice. You wrote it. And you wrote it as impersonally as possible. And then eventually you'll get there with broad appeal. If that's what you're looking for. Right? And then you might be able to get away with putting that shit out there in a broad appeal sense. And then maybe you can build back to personality. Otherwise, stop looking for the internet to find your place of expression. You express yourself right where you fucking are, whether there's a fucking comment below your fucking head that says, hey, I am Zeralath, a Norse wizard conspiracy Viking theorist. Or whatever this fucking pretense of things is that you build your fucking social credit score around, right? Just live it in its self-evident, awesome way. All right, I'll catch you guys later.